Hey guys, what's up? My name is Bharat. You're watching iGyaan, and today we're going to be reviewing the iPhone 12 mini. Now, as far as the iPhone 12 lineup is concerned, this is one of the most exciting phones for a lot of people, not only because of the sheer size of the iPhone 12 mini, but also because of the fact that it is the cheapest iPhone in the iPhone 12 lineup. Now, what is exciting about this phone is that it's not a lot different from the iPhone 12 and not a lot different from the iPhone 12 Pro as well. So what is the big deal about the iPhone 12 mini? Let's find out in this video. As far as the build quality is concerned, the iPhone 12 mini is exactly like its bigger sibling, the iPhone 12. It's got an all aluminum chassis with a glass back as well as a glass front. Now the glass back is Gorilla Glass, unspecified, but on the front is the ceramic shield glass, which Apple has developed with Corning, in which they've grown ceramic crystals inside the glass. Now this is a really good quality glass, and it is definitely tougher than what we've seen in the past, but it is not as scratch resistant as it is tough, so I definitely recommend popping on a screen protector. We're using this Spigen one. It is readily available on Amazon, and we'll leave a link to it in the description below. Now the display on the iPhone is a 5.4-inch 2340 by 1080 pixel OLED display. Now this is the same OLED screen that you see in the bigger iPhones. In fact, this has a 625 nits of peak brightness, and if you're watching HDR content, that brightness goes up to 1200 nits. The difference between the 625 and the 1200 nits is apparent when you turn on HDR content, and it is visible in your photo gallery whenever you record HDR videos versus non-HDR videos. This year the displays are also flat, so they're definitely much more nicer to look at. Also, the form factor of the phone is quite squarish, so it is definitely easier to hold in the hand. It feels really nice and comfortable in the hand, and because of the small form factor of the iPhone 12 mini, it is that much easier to use for extended periods of time. It's also one of the lightest iPhones that Apple has made in recent times, making it that much more portable and easy to carry. Apple has not left out most of the things that it showed off on the bigger siblings this year, including the wireless Magsafe charger, which does support 12-watt charging on the iPhone 12 mini, as opposed to higher wattage on both the 12 as well as the 12 Pro and the 12 Pro Max. Now you do have accessories that include a Magsafe wallet, Magsafe covers that are available for all sizes of the iPhones, and the wireless Magsafe charger, all of which work very well with the iPhone 12 mini. Now, speaking of power, the phone also has a 2227 mAh battery that does support 20-watt fast charging via USB-C or power delivery, and they are selling Apple chargers with 20-watt charging capabilities in India as well, and they cost 2,000 rupees. So if you do want that 20-watt fast charging, you can either buy Apple's own charger, or you can go buy any other charger that has 20 watts or up. Xiaomi makes a charger which is about 1,000 rupees and has a USB-C port that does up to 30 watts, and that is compatible with the iPhone 12. So any charger with USB-C, and you can use the included USB-C cable, and you'll get up to 20 watts of charging capability. What's also exciting about Magsafe is that a lot of third-party manufacturers are really interested in this, and they've already applied and started working on Magsafe accessories, including some video accessories that are looking really promising. Of course, we want to test those out, and we might get our hands on some of those in the future, but it looks like there is lots of excitement around the Magsafe capability of iPhones, and because of the fact that you can also send power to the iPhone while it is magnetically connected to something, means that a lot more can be done for long periods of time, and that is what makes Magsafe exciting, not only on the iPhone 12 mini, but on other iPhones of the 12 series as well. But let's focus on the iPhone 12 mini. Now, the A14 Bionic chip is the same chip that we've seen on all of the iPhones. The A14 Bionic runs really well on the iPhone 12 mini, and you get really good performance from the device. The phone is also capable of not only running 4K video on the device, but also editing it if you use any of the video editing apps that are available on the App Store. The phone also has 4 GB of RAM paired with the A14 Bionic, and that allows for the phone, along with iOS, to run some of the most extensive applications that you can find without any problems, without any issues on the iPhone 12 mini. We did find that the iPhone 12 mini was heating up more than the other devices, especially if you do lots of video recording, and that did turn out to be a problem when we first took the phone with us to Agra, and during some of our tests we found that the phone was heating up, but it did not affect performance in any way. Also, the phone has the capability of viewing HDR content like we mentioned, and that requires a powerful chip, and the A14 Bionic is more than capable of handling that. Now, the A14 Bionic also handles some of the other capabilities of your device. That includes things like Face ID, the neural engine that's built in to the chip, works really well with certain applications and features that are available on the iPhone, and lots of photography capabilities that we'll talk about when we get to the camera section. But what is more important is that if you look at the iPhone 12 mini and you look at it as a everyday phone replacement, this is going to be one of the most capable devices that is out there. The one thing that is limiting is not only the size, but also the battery size. So don't expect it to run games for hours and hours on end. So if you want to do extensive gaming on your iPhone, either you need to be ready to be plugged into a power bank at all times, or you need to go for a bigger variant that is possibly the 12 Pro Max. If you want to use this phone as a day-to-day phone without the need for gaming, then this phone is more than capable of handling a full day of use with the mix of the battery, the power savings that you get with the A14 Bionic, and the optimizations in iOS means that once you fully charge at the top of the day, by the end of the day, the phone will be at about 10% battery. You will get a full day's use from the iPhone 12 mini, as long as you're not pushing the boundaries of things like benchmarking or gaming or lots of video content consumption. This will give you about 5 to 6 hours of video on itself. But again, if you're watching HDR content, if you're watching high resolution content and streaming it, the number would be much lesser than that. Now, one of the biggest reasons why you would switch to the iPhone 12 mini as opposed to some of the other phones is the price, but also the fact that the cameras are almost as capable as any of the other phones that are available in the iPhone 12 lineup. Now, the main camera is the same 12 megapixel camera with an f1.6 aperture. This is a wide camera with a 25mm lens. This gives it a good range, but more importantly, because of the A14 Bionic's image processing capabilities, you get some really nice images from the phone, not only during the day, but in low light as well. They also have really nice night mode photography capabilities this year around, and because of the improved image stabilization, what you get in night mode is surprising, even for people with shaky hands like me. What's good is that night mode also works on the ultra-wide camera as well as the front-facing camera. So whether you're taking selfies in low light or ultra-wide shots, they come out really sharp, and some of the night mode shots that we saw really impressed us. What is also great is that the phone can now capture cinema video, even though at 4K resolution, that is impressive from a phone that is only 5.4 inches in size. But what is more impressive is that it can do it up to 30 frames per second. You do have the capability of recording 4K at 60 frames per second for cinema HDR video, but that is only available on the Pro variants of the iPhone. At 1080p or 4K at 30p means that you're getting really good video quality from a compact size phone. So for a lot of people who will buy this phone, they'll possibly buy it for video recording capabilities, and this does deliver in that. You've got some impressive image stabilization built into the device, and more importantly, some of the capabilities of the HDR video that we saw and some of the flexibility that you get with the HDR content for post-editing purposes is absolutely impressive. Some of the shots that we took during our visit to Agra were really impressive, but if you see the difference between the HDR content and the non-HDR content, you can really make out the difference and what level of difference the HDR content makes. And once you start recording HDR content on a device like the iPhone, you wouldn't want to switch to any other video recording phone simply because of the quality, simply because of high dynamic range between the video and also the level of stabilization that you're getting. It almost looks like you're holding a gimbal, and low light video performance is also impressive thanks to the night mode capabilities of the A14 Bionic's image processor. So you're getting a really good camera on the iPhone 12 mini, and that is half the reason that anyone would want to switch to the iPhone 12 series, and the 12 mini packs a punch as far as the cameras are concerned. Now, as far as call capabilities are concerned, the iPhones are really capable. The antennas are really nice and strong. Even with Wi-Fi, we see that in areas where typically my older iPhone 11 Pro Max wasn't able to get a Wi-Fi signal, the iPhone 12 works with that, even for things like AirDrop, they work on a much more larger range. That does help in the connectivity and the overall capability of the iPhone. The iPhone also now has 5G, which is not a really big deal for a country like India because we're not going to see 5G in the near future. But if you do travel, whenever people start traveling properly, the phone does have 5G and you can pop in a 5G SIM card and it'll automatically be enabled. The iPhone 12 has one of the highest number of 5G bands on a phone available today. So this is basically the most future-proof 5G phone that you can buy today. And that makes it interesting for a certain set of people who are buying today and don't want to worry for the next couple of years. Because the iPhone will support 5G when it launches in India. Now, volume levels from both the earphone and the speaker are also really impressive. If you're watching video content like previous generations of iPhones, you do get stereo audio out using both the earpiece and the bottom-firing speakerphone. The iPhone 12 mini is one of the most capable phones that are available in the market. Pricing is definitely up there at 69,900 rupees. For the 64 gigabyte variant, you're not getting a whole lot for your money. What you are getting is an impressive camera, a really compact phone, a really powerful processor, but you are left down with a smaller screen size and a smaller battery life. But if you're somebody who's not going to be gaming all the time or streaming 6 to 8 hours of video on your phone all the time, this is possibly going to be the most capable phone that you can get in this compact form factor. And I personally am a fan of the iPhone 12 mini. If you guys are interested in checking out any of the other phones, we'll leave links to our videos in the description below. Or if you're interested in buying the iPhone 12 mini or any other iPhone from the 12 series, we'll drop links to them in the description below as well. If you enjoyed this video, guys, give this a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're not already a part of Team iGyaan. What are your thoughts on the iPhone 12 mini? Do let us know in the comment section below. This has been Bharat. I'll see you guys in the next one.